the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Lawyer Paul Admocher and your Kwame A Plus, you name the abanaso, na or the picture be to jar or tresse. I don't know any dinner, your starting free SHS, or not you wouldn't say, you would I afraid to say, John Dramani Mahan, and ye, Lawyer Paul, and ye dear by so many oh, I didn't. Na obuza say obi mobile phone no be upgrade na why and ye na Paul ka say na obi omo say on start free o say it's not possible advert edit here na we analysis you rapport adom ochere or the to about car or the buy e be chere say the ono yes a tricycle no and no yet car no a ono jitum say a car on the guy first car. Typical example, Wright brothers, aircrafter, na aircraft no, and na honest no. Where do you compare in now? Right, the way our analysis and say, nipa na omo es or the buy no. I was progressively free or starting with day no. I feel the aba fine. Yes, ye be in see ama air conditioner, but we have was it debita. To me, it is not possible. Now, if it is not possible, that's Obiya. How do you claim that right? And here, Kwame A Plus. And then also when you come, why you an independent candidate? Fine, but wait, dear, it is just below the belt. Why you know me? You know why you know me? Now, you are your friend say. Don't Ramani Maman on one case winning but or person or canoe gin because what is yes about between and when didn't watch us a yes, and man, so we are Ghanaians, being our sympathy. Kakradian, it's here for young Ninguti, lawyer, Paul Admocher, Ninsama, or the two found.
Or someone whose brain is kitty, like something I don't want to repeat. That will argue that because it didn't include air condition, headlamps, music player, massaging seats, etc. It was not the first automobile. The man in the photo introduced free SHS, though it didn't include boarding. Did the first mobile phone have a camera? Wasn't it the first mobile phone? Okay, correct. Let's go to the Rice Brothers, please. The Rice Brothers. Then I'll come back to this one. But let's go to the Rice Brothers very quickly if you can. Okay. This is the photograph of the aeroplane that the Wright brothers put together. It's very similar to the argument that Kwame A Plus is making. I'll come back to it. And Kwame A Plus did not tell us the name of the manufacturer of the first automobile, but it's okay. We can still use it. The name of the manufacturer of the first aircraft is Oliver and somebody. I've forgotten the other person. Oliver and Orville Wright. I can't hear what you're saying. Orville. Okay. Oliver and Orville Wright. The Wright brothers. This is the aircraft. This aircraft, if you use it today, they will use tie. Please, do you remember tie? I'll stretch my tie, I'll hit him, I'll kill him. But this was the first aircraft. And the Rice brothers secured the patent for aeroplane. And they had it for 50, 60, 70 years or so. And they were paid for it under copyright rules, okay? So these are the Rice brothers, fantastic people. They gave us the first plane. Let's get back to the A Plus one and let me share with you why they may be wrong. Okay. So, correct. Thank you. This is the first automobile. Now, we are talking free SHS. Kwame A Plus's argument is that it was John Mahama who started it. So, the fact that the form in which John Mahama's free SHS was is not the same as the form in which Akufo-Addo's free SHS is, then it doesn't mean that John Mahama didn't start it. The forms may be different. And that's the point he's making here. This is a car. If you put a modern car here, it may not look exactly like this, but you see the wheels. And so the originator of the car is this one. I think that argument is correct. Same as the Wright brothers. All right. Now, here's the caveat. John Mahama started free SHS, as he says today. Fair enough. He said he started with day students. There was nothing free about what John Mahama did. What he did was that day students were not paying tuition fee. Tuition fee constituted about 40% of the payment of day students. So the rest of the 60% was paid. So it was not free. It was a reduction of fees. NDC people, please don't get angry with me. Just listen. It was a reduction of fees. That's the matter of fact. And here on this program, everything we have said from beginning to end 100 years ago is factual. That's why they only have to come on Facebook and say, you're a stupid boy, you are a stomach journalist, you're a fool. They don't say that what you said is wrong because you cannot say that. We do fidelity to the research. So you can't say what we are saying is wrong. And we have documents to show. The fact of what John Dramani Mahama did was to reduce the fees. He didn't cancel it. That's the difference. I've not even come to this one. I'll come to that. What John Mahama did was to reduce the fees, not to cancel. And they have the effrontery to call that free. If a person is paying 100 cedis and you say don't pay 100, pay 60 cedis, is that free SHS? Anyway, to A Plus now. Now, Kwame A Plus. If the manufacturer of this car was told that, look, forget about this, your car. We can do another car that has 4 doors, 4 tires, air condition, and the manufacturer of this car said to them that what you are talking about is not possible. This is how far you can go. You cannot do the car that you are saying. If the manufacturer told them this is not possible, then when it becomes possible, this guy cannot claim that it started from him. That is the moral of the story. That is the moral of the story. That's not what you are talking about. These are the details, and I'm going to go further into it. Again, if the one who manufactured this car was told when he manufactured this one that this is not correct, this is not the automobile we are looking for. Now, this one, the BMW here, the Mercedes here, the Datsun 120Y, it has covered, it has wipers, it has air conditioning, it has radio. That's the one we are looking for. And the guy who did it said that, are you people crazy? This is not possible. This can never be done. When it is done, he cannot claim it. That is the point of the moral, ethical, and the manufacturing sense that we are talking about. He cannot claim it. The Wright brothers can claim the aircrafts because when they did their aircrafts, they were there and other people manufactured it. They said, glory be to God. The guy who did the first mobile phone that was big like this in 1974, he manufactured it. He went back, other people changed it, glory to God. But if you do this and you tell us that it is not possible to go beyond this, you say it loudly to the whole world. You don't say it in your head. You tell everybody that this is not possible. That you say you change the car from this. That is all lie, belie. And you tell us that you want to change this car. We cannot change the car on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. And then I'll play to you some judge. He says this car, you want to do a new one so that it gives students meningitis. Free SHS is the most useless thing. Free SHS is the most useless thing. Free SHS cannot work. They went into a studio and produced an advert about free SHS. That it cannot work. I'll show it to you now. When they have done that, they cannot come and claim that because they did this car, free SHS originated from them. That's a false claim. And any intelligent, Kwame A Plus insults all of us that our mind is kitty kitty. That is why we don't understand it. Really, our mind is kitty kitty. Our mind is kitty kitty. Kwame A Plus mind is big. Our mind is kitty kitty. Yo yati, no problem. But this is the analysis. This is the analysis. Now let's move on. What is next? Let's go to and I've showed it to you already. Campaigning in 2016 as the man in charge of the government. Free SHS is burning on the front burner in the campaign. Everybody is talking about free SHS. The opposition is pounding free SHS. The man who claims that he originated free SHS, this is what he said.
Saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS. Saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS. Saying
many mistakes have been made in Africa already, and that we shall not introduce that. Okay, so that was 2016. We can forgive President Mahama for that. You see, if this campaign, this NDC campaign was being run by some other person for the NDC other than President Mahama, that person could have been saying that, oh, it was President Mahama who started free SHS. And then we'll be telling him that, no, President Mahama didn't start it. But this is President Mahama himself who said that. Okay, so that's what he said. You saw that. That was in 2016 when he was president. Now, I'm going to show you what he said in 2020. Now, after 2016, free SHS was introduced in 2017 by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. 2017, 2018, 2019, free SHS was run. Parliament received the documentation on how much money has been spent on free SHS. It appeared in those days by 2020's election, 2 billion cedis had been spent on free SHS. During the 2020 campaign, when President Mahama launched his first bid post his presidency to become president of Ghana again, this is what he said. Once again, Free SHS animated that campaign from 2012 up to 2020. Free SHS has animated every campaign and is starting again. I'll tell you why it has become a big part of 2024. This is what President Mahama said in 2020 when he was not president and when Free SHS had already started. This is what he said.
$2 billion cities for Free SHS for this academic year. If you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will you spend all of it on Free SHS? 2 billion cities for Free SHS for this academic year. If you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will you spend all of it on Free SHS?
So when President Mahama was not president and Free SHS has started, he actually said that he will not spend 2 billion on Free SHS. And then after all that, President Mahama comes and tells us that he started it. Why is he saying that? I'll show you. I'll tell you why. But in a moment, let's go and look at the NDC advertisement. Now, this was an advert that NDC put out in 2016. They put an advert together and put it out against Free SHS. But today, they are telling us that they started Free SHS. And Kwame A Plus says that all of us, our mind is kitty. We are not sensible. So we don't even understand the analogy. He doesn't name the person who started the first car anyway. He doesn't name him. But he says that even when he has presented a thesis with gaps in it without naming the person, he says our mind is kitty. He's a big brain. That thing he said, they pay me, Charlie viewers. When we're in Presec, the way we used to learn, Charlie, we took it to BAM Library. We've been learning. A Plus said that our mind is kitty. Oh God, Charlie, oh my guys, Benkwe, where are you? Charlie, you remember how we used to learn? Charlie, we'll take Plato, we'll read it, Aristotle will be reciting it on the Commonwealth platform, the Commonwealth verandas, we'll be reciting Plato and Aristotle, we'll be reading cases. A Plus said that all the work we did is our mind is kitty because we don't understand that President Mahama brought Free SHS. So because we are arguing that President Mahama didn't bring Free SHS, A Plus said that all the work we did in Presec is useless. Our mind is kitty. That one is painful because Charlie, we work though. Charlie, the learning we learned brutal. God bless the Presec teachers. God bless the Legon people. Oh no, we learned at BAM Library. We cracked the thing. But A Plus says all that is Charlie. We've learned things to a philosophy of religion. We learned classics, Roman history. A Plus says all that is nonsense because we don't understand that President Mahama brought Free SHS. So our mind is kitty. All the learning we learn is useless. He is very clever because he can show that John Mahama brought Free SHS, so he is clever. Yo, Yati. Okay, let's watch the advert that NDC put together. Let's see it.
Mrs. Matthew. Please senior high school na me dey me variable. If I turn no pray woman say, you need enough classrooms, you need enough dormitories, you need enough teachers, you need enough science resource center. To me part show. It's me just
Headmistress, but all kind of sad, I mean, you free senior high school, I bomb the road TV, so radio see. And they said, you're okay, better than your my sweating up.
Ghana, man, associated here, and Sana idea fata, or my Ghana, ever die SHS free. While Brian near my among women, Ed Timu.
Paying for say, the summer had a pino, I am in Ukraine. So we need Valanda, better than with me, I do. I feel wait yet.
Wait till I go to Australia on my Ghana. Now you're saying at Tumufu, someone to Maba and Farmer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then the NDC. Now, I'm on to a better Ghana agenda. There is a better Ghana agenda. Every ACC dormitories, classroom blocks, dining halls, science resource centers, computer laboratories, and then you can one among women here at Timu, never Ghana.
I don't have much to say. This is 2016's advert. NDC mounted a narrative and a propaganda to frustrate the Free SHS campaign. Today, they say they launched it. Now, let me tell you why. Producer, forget about the Sam George and the Fifi Kwete window. We'll just go back to A Plus's post. So, because we don't have time. All right. So, NDC say that they brought Free SHS after they sponsored commercials on television. political commercials to say that free SHS is not possible, is not, you can't do it. Come here to say, Pacho, somehow kind of, and you see a bonbon there. I destroy you, Presec, by grow. Say, Nina, I bond in it, and you say, what were you in there, Mr. One can you cry, we are down for tea. You funny, sir. Why you shall zoom line or near Dinkom or why? Now, we say a born idiot. They are born saying, oh, Kwame A Plus. I'm born you, yes, you, a bibintia, why? Bibintia, nebia, why? But this one day, you see, Kwame, good night. All right, I'll come to Kwame A Plus's final post. So this was the NDC's advert. Now, so this is A Plus here in the first post saying, this is the first automobile. It is only an illiterate. Hey, Kwame A Plus. We are all illiterate. Hey, yo. It is only an illiterate or someone whose brain is kitty that will argue that because it didn't include air condition, headlamps, music player, massaging, that it was not the first automobile. The man in the photo introduced free SHS, though it didn't include boarding. Did the first mobile phone have a camera? And NDC people started liking it. 13,000 likes. Okay, let's go back to Kwame A Plus's post in 2017. Give it to me. Kwame A Plus. He had a post in 2017. He himself. Great. This is Kwame A Plus on 1st September 2017. This is the same Kwame A Plus. He says it's here. Internet doesn't lie and internet doesn't forget. A Plus, he says it's here. That's what he said. It's here. Free SHS. Akufo-Addo says, I want every Ghanaian child to attend secondary school, not just for what they learn in books, but for the life experiences that they will gain. President Akufo-Addo in launching the Free SHS campaign, endorsed by Kwame A Plus on 1st September 2017. He said, it is here. This is A Plus, so this is not me. Let me make it bigger, small, so that you can see it. Kwame, it's saying, wow, what's the new? Who said it is here? Why now can I say it is here? That Akufo-Addo has launched Free SHS. But today, Kwame, you are telling us that we are all blockheaded because we can't understand that it was John Mahama who brought Free SHS. This is my story. This is my stone. Text messages, give me 11111, and then I'm switching straight to Jubilee Park, Matthew Opoku Prempeh matter. And they believe it is Akufo-Addo's policy, and they believe MPP will continue Free SHS. They are not too sure whether NDC will continue. Then they ask them, one district, one factory, that's 50-50. One village, one dam, 50-50. Free SHS, 100%. Or the research told them that the Free SHS is good, people like it, they love it, and they attribute it to Akufo-Addo. They believe that if MPP wins 2024, Free SHS should be taken for granted. They are not so sure whether if NDC wins it to continue. It is this research on Fifi Kwete's table that has gone to President Mahama that has animated this conversation. And that is the modern day politician for you. When they get the research, then they now have to put themselves into it by force. So Kwame A Plus, maybe you know, maybe you don't know. This is the reason. They have conducted a research, and the research is telling them that Free SHS, Ghanaians believe in it. They love it, and they are sure that with an MPP victory in 2024, Free SHS will continue. And they are also sure that with an MPP defeat in 2024, they don't know whether Free SHS will continue. So the NDC were told that, Charlie, if you don't take a position on this Free SHS, it can cost you the election. Now, back to the prophet J.J. Rawlings. He told John Mahama that if you don't do something about Free SHS in 2013, it will be a problem for NDC in many election cycles to come. Rawlings told him that if you don't do something about, Rawlings told him that you won the election, but Free SHS won the campaign of 2012. You won the election, but the policy won the campaign. If you don't implement that policy for many elections to come, NDC will have to fight it, because the day MPP come and they implement it, we are in trouble. For many election cycles, NDC will have to answer the question. It is Rawlings' word that has come. They should take a stone, go to Nana Konedu's house at Ridge or at Ajiringano, knock the door. Fifi Kwete, go and, you said all lie be lie. Free SHS all lie. Go and knock Nana Konedu's door and say that your husband has passed, but please, this is your stone. This is what he